Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hello students, welcome back to English class with Teacher Fina. For today's lesson, we are going to focus on the same unit, Unit 4, Life on Earth, where we are going to learn about countable and uncountable nouns. Let's get started. Okay, these are the lesson objectives for today's lesson. Okay, the first one, students should be able to learn and revise rules for countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, we are going to look at the notes together. Next, the second one is that students should be able to fill in the blanks with much, many, or a lot of. The third one is students should be able to complete the sentences with a and some or any. After we have learned the lesson, you are going to answer some questions relating to the countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, before we start our lesson, I want you to look at these three words on the slide. Okay, in your opinion, which of the three words we can use a with? Is it correct if I say a animal or I say a gas? Are these correct? No, it's not. Okay, the correct answer is a tent. Okay, why can't we use a with animal word? Because animal begins with a vowel sound, so we use other indefinite article form, which is an animal. Okay, very good. Okay, how about gas? Why can't we use a with gas? Because gas is plural. Okay, it is the plural form of gas. Okay, well done everyone. I know you have learned about countable and uncountable nouns during primary school, but that one is only the basics. Today we are going to go a little bit deeper, where we are going to learn about how to use some, many, much, and a lot of in a sentence. Okay, let's learn the basic first. Okay, nouns can be countable and uncountable. Okay, countable nouns can be counted. For example, book, baby, computer, and etc. Okay, uncountable nouns cannot be counted. For example, air, sand, salt, and etc. Okay, when you learn a new noun, you should check if it is countable or uncountable and note how it is used in a sentence. Okay, countable nouns. For positive sentences, we can use a or an for singular nouns or some for plurals. There is a man at the door. I have some friends in New York. For negatives, we can use a or an for singular nouns or any for plurals. I don't have a dog. There aren't any seats. Okay, meanwhile, for uncountable nouns, we use some with uncountable nouns in positive sentences and any with negatives. There is some milk in the fridge. There isn't any coffee. Okay, some can be used with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, when used with countable nouns, it means a few. When used with uncountable nouns, it means a little. Okay, some is usually used in positive statements. For example, it's home for some rescued animals. Okay, try some traditional food. Meanwhile, any is usually used for plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns in questions and negative statements. When it is used with countable nouns, they are always plural. When it is used with uncountable nouns, they are always become singular. For example, there aren't any lions. Did you see any wildlife? Much, many, and a lot of indicate a large quantity of something. For example, I have a lot of friends. means I have a large quantity of friends. Much, many, and a lot of are quantifiers. Okay, we use a lot of and many with countable nouns. For example, there are a lot of things to do. We did not see many wild animals. Okay, how many endangered species live there? For uncountable nouns, we use a lot of and much in the sentences. For examples, we had a lot of fun on holiday. There isn't much water in the river. How much time will we have? When I was explaining just now, did you notice that a lot of can be used in both countable and uncountable nouns? Yes, a lot of can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. Notice that we don't usually use many or much in affirmative sentences. We use a lot of instead. Okay, however, in negative sentences, we use many with countable nouns and much with uncountable nouns. When we use much and many in negative questions, we are usually expecting that a large quantity of something isn't there. So now let's proceed to the class activity. For the class activity, you need to read the conversations and use the correct answer on word wall. We will discuss the answers together. Okay students, so now let's discuss the answers together. Okay, first dialogue. Alicia, excuse me sir, I would like information about the tour to Hawaii. Howard, okay, what do you want to know? Okay, the first dialogue, what's the answer? Is it some information or an information? We use some. Okay, the word information is an uncountable noun. So the most natural way is to use some information. Okay, proceed to the next slide. Okay, Alicia, how is the cost? Just give me rough estimation. Okay, what's the answer for the first column of the dialogue? The answer is much. Okay, why can't we use many? We say how much because we are referring to money as a whole, and money is an uncountable noun. Okay, just give me a rough estimation. Okay, we use a in front of singular nouns that begin with consonants. Okay, very good. Okay, proceed to the next slide. What's the answer for the first column of the dialogue? Howard, should be about RM 10,000 inclusive of meals and accommodation. Okay, the answer is some. Okay, this is some. Okay, it is because it is a positive sentence. Meanwhile, any is generally used in negative sentences. Okay, good. Okay, next dialogue. Alicia, what are the interesting places we will be visiting? Okay, we use the. Okay, we use the because it refers to specific or particular nouns. Okay, next. Okay, this dialogue right here is a little bit longer compared to other ones. Let's see if you can answer all of them correctly. Okay, what's the answer for the first two columns? A lot of places. Okay, very good. Okay, for the first timers to Hawaii, don't ever miss the Kauai Island. Kauai Island is the best island choice for nature and outdoor lovers. Next is Maui, which is pretty good for those who love water sports and nightlife. Okay, let's check the answer. Okay, well done everyone. Okay, Alicia, that sounds great. The answer is any other places? Very good. Okay. Last question. Howard, Molokai Island. You can go to the Papohaku Beach and the Hawala Valley. These two places are any or much? Much recommended for those who love swimming and hiking. Alicia, thank you for the information. Howard, you are most welcome. Well done everyone, you did a great job. Okay, for class exercise 1, you need to fill in the blanks with much, many or a lot of. You may check your answers and grade on the Google form after you finish answering those questions. Okay, for class exercise 2, you need to complete the sentences with a, and, some or any. You may check your answers and grade on the Google form after you have finished answering those questions. Okay students, we are now towards the end of our lesson. Okay, before we end this class, I want to ask a few questions. Okay, what have we learned for today's lesson? Countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, what is countable nouns? It refers to things that can be counted. Okay, can you give me 3 examples of countable nouns? Table, apple, and book. Okay, very good. How about uncountable nouns? It refers to things that cannot be counted. Can you give me 3 examples of it? Sugar, salt, and water. Very good. Okay, next question. How to use some? Some is usually used in positive statements. It is also can be used in both plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, if I use any in my sentence, it is used for plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns in question and negative statements. Okay, can we use a lot of for countable nouns and uncountable nouns? Yes, very good. We can use it for plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, in negative sentences and question, which one will be used for plural countable nouns? Is it much or many? We use many. Very good. And much for uncountable nouns. Okay students, that's all for today's lesson. I hope you learned something today. Okay, thank you for participating. See you guys next week. Bye bye.